What's going on, guys? Squeebs and crew back with a brand new episode, Wild Card Weekend Edition.
Yes, sir.
We're fine, dude. I feel like the season went by so freaking fast, and we're already in the playoffs.
You know,
I feel like we were just sitting here making our week one picks.
it sucks because we have 1 month left of football.
Yeah,
but we're actually going to get the greatest part of football now. So
and we just college football ended last night. Georgia national champions.
Hey, go dogs. Go dogs.
God, dude, that man that I posted on my TikTok, $61,000 down.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I mean, it was only $100 lay, but that sucks.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Did you see that guy? I think BR Betting was posting last night. He won $1 million.
Yeah, I saw that. Some dude said he won $1 million because he put Georgia.
Yeah, that was the last leg of his parlay. I think he was sitting there and it was like an $800,000 cash out, and he just said, "Screw that."
Sometimes you gotta ride with it. Sometimes you gotta trust your gut and just ride it out.
We got the new Squeebs and Crew hoodies.
Hey, look at that thing.
If y'all want to cop these, put them in the comments. Let us know.
Look at that thing. They look nice.
Eagles
nice.
Eagles in the playoffs.
Yes, sir, baby. I told you since week one.
You did. You told
since week one. Even when we were 2-5, yeah. I saw a lot of light in darkness that not many people see.
I mean, we'll see what happens. What do you feel about? How do you feel about the matchup you got with?
We got more.
Would you rather play the Rams or Tampa?
Tampa first round, because the Rams are my Super Bowl team that I wanted. So it's like contradicting if the Super Bowl team I want versus the team I actually enjoy play each other first time.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I was getting super nervous because you look back at our picks. I was up 4 going into the last week. And I'm gonna go through them really quick. You had the Bucks. I had Panthers +9, which looked good until the end, and then the Bucks just scored 2 touchdowns in a row. I lost that one. You won it. The Dolphins pick for me was money. You went Patriots. I went Dolphins. The one where you screwed up, and I knew you'd screw it up, was the Falcons game against the Saints.
Hey, I had to go for it, dude.
You did have the Jaguars winning outright.
That tie was so close, man. The tie was so close.
Colts. You did have Pittsburgh, and I had the Ravens. And then another one screwed you up, which I told you was going to happen. There's no Joe Burrow. You still went Cincinnati. Hey. You could have caught me easily this week, but you screwed it up. You ended up beating me this week. You went 10-6. I went 8-8. But
I lost by 2.
I still won by 2 for the year.
You know what other game I lost? Eagles.
We both lost Eagles.
Yeah, but
because I switched to Dallas last minute, but I went with the Eagles originally. The Raiders helped you too at the end. But I won by 2 for the yearly, so congratulations to me.
Hey, congrats, man.
I'm just that good. Let's move on and do the wild card weekend picks, and then once we get the first round picks in for this week, we're gonna do our playoff predictions bracket style, and see who's got the closest bracket by the end of the postseason. Pull my picks up. We got 2 Saturday games, 2 Sunday games. No, 2 Saturday games, 3 Sunday, and a Monday. So we got 4:30 on Saturday. Raiders at the Bengals. Bengals are home 6-point favorites. How you feeling about this one?
It's gonna be hard because both these teams we haven't seen in the playoffs in a long time. I think we can both agree that both these teams, one had high expectations and they got there with the Bengals, and the other team had no expectation because they literally had shit all year and literally had to deal with adversity from every corner of the thing. But I'm leaning Raiders. I feel like they have nothing to lose. They literally have nothing to lose.
Yeah. I originally was looking at these games this morning, and I immediately said trap game.
Yeah,
Like this is the ultimate. I think this is the biggest trap game of the playoffs.
for the Bengals.
For the Bengals, yeah. I think this is the game where it's like the Bengals on the high horse. I think they do have one of the best offenses in the league, but the Raiders are coming in, nothing to lose. They won that game, didn't tie. They won the game. They got their right to be in the playoffs. People don't think so, and it's a trap game. I think it's going to be very close, but this Bengals team is no joke. I think Joe Burrow is an MVP candidate. I think Jamar Chase is Rookie of the Year. I'm taking the Bengals at home.
I don't know. Like the Raiders went out and beat the Colts last week.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, that wasn't expected. And then they go out and then just play a perfect game. If the defense gets to stop in the fourth quarter, we're celebrating differently.
Here's the thing for me. This is the thing that I just got it down to was the Raiders just won a huge Sunday night football game. They didn't tie. They won a big game. It was close to the end, 32-29. Now they're going to come all the way back, go to Cincinnati. They're the first game in the playoffs Saturday afternoon. I think it's short rest. I think it's too quick. I think they're out of gas. I'm taking the Bengals.
Did they play earlier in the year?
I don't think so.
I'm about to look that up because that may be a big factor. Because you know how it always like there's two. Well, there's going to be one next game, but that's the third matchup. But the second matchup,
they did play. Joe Mixon had 120 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
So who won? The Bengals won? Ooh,
yeah.
That's going to be key because that was in Las Vegas that they won like that.
Yep. What was the score?
32-13.
Yeah, I think it's going to repeat. I think the Bengals are too good. I think the one thing that I worry about the Bengals is going to be their defense. But I think they score enough to win this game.
That was one of Derek Carr's worst passing games. He only had 200 yards, and half of it was just to Darren Waller. So
yeah, I think the thing with the Raiders is they have to establish the run early with Josh Jacobs, and if they don't, they're going to lose big.
He had 37 yards that game. So yeah, you're right. I'm gonna ride with the Black Squad. I'm gonna ride with Vegas.
All right.
I'll go a little underdog on Sunday on that game on Saturday.
All right. We moving on to the Saturday night game, which is a huge game.
Huge game.
Divisional matchup in the playoffs. They've played twice this year already. The Patriots at the Bills. Bills coming in at 4.5-point favorites. Where you at?
No one circles a wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Statement game. One more time. Statement game.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's a statement game. They're like, hey, we're still top dog. You know, you made a nice season. You bounced back from your trash year. But, like, it's not the same no more, Bill.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident here with this one. I don't want to make it a big deal, but I think it is a big deal. I think this is going to be a blowout. I'm thinking like 31-10. I just think that the Patriots are going to come into the playoffs. I don't know. I just don't think they have it. I think the Bills in Buffalo, I just think they're going to overpower. I think Josh Allen's going to have a day. I think he's going to prove that they belong in the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to win big.
I mean, only way Patriots win any of these like next coming games is running the ball 40 times. And if the Bills can figure out a way to stop the run, which they struggled all year, but they have to just do it about one game, destroy one game, and you don't have to worry about another successful running team until you get to the NFC.
Yeah. All right, so we're both in the Bills here, of course. It's gonna be a good game, I think, in the beginning, but I think towards the third, fourth quarter, I think Josh Allen, 3 touchdowns, they win by 14 plus.
If Bills get up early, we're going to see what Mac Jones is made of.
Right, and I don't think that's the way they can win the game. I think the way the Patriots win the game is they establish the run, they get up lead in the early first half, and that's how they got to play good defense. But if they get down early 10-13-3, it's over.
I'm gonna say it's over, but if he can come out and prove like, hey, he can sling it 200, 250 plus to lead them to a win, hats off, you won the game. But right now, I'm Bills Mafia.
Yeah. All right. The first Sunday game, Sunday, 1:00. This is your game. I will not be talking to you
Why?
I will not be talking to you from the end of the Bills game until the end of this game. I don't want to bother you. I want you to enjoy the game.
Dude, I can talk to you. I'll be fine. Trust me.
All right.
I'll probably have a long weekend. I'll be fine. I'll
Hey,
wake up.
I'll put you on FaceTime. Watch the game together.
No, not happening. I'm gonna just probably be in my room by myself.
All right. In Tampa, Tampa's coming in, I think, around 9-point favorites here at home. I'll let you go first.
Why? No, you go. Mine's simple.
Yeah. All right. The way
It's
I see
simple.
this, I've wrote a couple things down. I'm very impressed with Philadelphia this year. I want to give them a lot of props. I think they definitely outperformed better than I imagined. I imagined 5 wins. They won
9.
They won 9. They've been impressive. I think Jalen Hurts has been impressive. This is a large ask on the road in the playoffs. I think Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are going to put the drama around Antonio Brown behind them. I think they're going to come out strong, fast. I think they're going to generate a running game that the Eagles aren't going to be able to hold in the first half. I don't think it's going to be much Tom Brady in the first half. I think they're going to establish the run. It's going to be a slow game in the first half, but I think eventually it's going to be Gronk. It's going to be Mike Evans. It's going to be touchdowns all over the full field. I'm going to go 31-11, Tampa. It's just too much of a large ask on the road for Philly.
11.
31-10. My bad. 31-10.
I mean, they can get 11. We can get 11. We can get more than 11. Just gonna ride upset. I think we can sneak one,
Yeah,
and this is the one that we can sneak out of the other teams.
I mean, dude. We did it. I think it's very possible.
I mean, we almost did it back when they came to Philly. It was 23. We drove down. We got a touchdown down. We just need to get a stop. But then Tom Brady didn't just dink and dunk to Rob, AP, Mike Evans, Godwin, got enough to run the clock out, and think they just kicked the field goal and it was just out of range.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I think you look at what Washington did. I looked back because I was looking at the Washington game before I established what I was going to do for this one. I mean, it was all Antonio Gibson. I mean, it was establish the run. It was play a slow game, and they scored quick, and Washington got a lead and held it for the whole game. If Philly's going to win this game, they have to establish the run with Jalen Hurts. And I don't even know who's starting running back for the Eagles. Is it Boston Scott? Is it Jordan Howard?
It's probably going to be Boston Scott.
It's got to be a committee by the run. They got to slow the game down and score in the first half. You cannot get down in the first half against Tom Brady.
I think this is another prove it. Like, I think Jalen earned the starting spot for next year.
Yeah.
I think we all agree. But I think this is more like the farther you take us, the better feeling we'll have for next year and years to come.
Right.
I think we know he's going to start next year, but I feel like if he can pull off 1, if he can pull off 2, and if he, by the grace of God, gets us to the chip, eventually got to start thinking of that contract. Not big like Carson's, but we got to start thinking of that contract.
All right, so your Eagles, I am going Tampa. All right, we got the Sunday afternoon game. 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be the matchup for the ages. I love this matchup. It's going to be great to watch.
Historical matchup.
It's going to be great, dude. You look at the Cowboys' top statistical offense in the NFL. Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott. They got talent all over the field.
All over the field. Diggs in the background just picking things off.
You sit here and you look at the team, Dallas. They're great on the offense. They got great defensive players. What's the problem? The problem is San Francisco matches up better than anyone in this playoff matchup.
Worst matchup they could ask for in the first round.
The 49ers are healthy. Garoppolo's playing well. Nick Bosa led defense. A few turnovers. It's San Fran's ball game.
A few turnovers? No, dude. If Deebo Samuel touches the ball, it's San Fran's ball game. I'm rolling 49ers.
Dallas is 3-point favorites at home. I love the +3. I love San Fran on the road. I'm taking 49ers to get to the next round.
9 up, baby.
9 up.
We riding that one. We riding that one.
Oh yeah, we're both riding that one for sure. All right, Sunday night matchup. A matchup I didn't even know we were gonna get. Steelers at the Chiefs Sunday night. Chiefs are 9-point favorites at home. We thought we would get the Chargers here, but we did not. Is this Big Ben's last game? I don't know. I don't see how this game is going to be anywhere to be close. The Chiefs at home, first game. This is the first time they're playing a divisional matchup in a couple of years, I think, because they've been number 1 seed, number 2 seed, home field advantage all over the board. I like the Chiefs here a lot by a ton.
I can't do it. I want to do it. I want to do it, dude. I want to do it, man.
Don't kill your chances now. This is Sunday night under the lights. Chiefs at home. Chill out, bro.
If Chiefs lose this, then we got to question that dynasty in the making. So I'm gonna go with Chiefs. But if it happens, Mike Tomlin's the guy. I'm not thinking about it's Mike Tomlin's the guy.
Yeah, I agree.
No losing seasons since he's been a coach.
Crazy.
That's insane, man. Like, props is just them getting there.
And I think they put the right game on Monday Night Football. The right game on Monday Night
Football.
Oh, yeah. Cardinals at the Rams. It wasn't even a question. This was going to be on Monday night.
That's 2 potential 3 matchups. Oh, I love
Cardinals at the Rams. They both played each other twice this year. The Rams did win the NFC West. I think this is Matthew Stafford's chance to prove that he can get this team to the Super Bowl.
Are we riding together?
In LA, I think Kyler Murray's played great this season. I think they have a great team. I just think that the Rams are a better team. So I'm taking the Rams at home.
This is my projection. We're going to see a LeBron James sighting in the booth. We're going to probably see a Jay-Z sighting.
LeBron James sighting.
And then we're going to get an Odell Beckham touchdown where he does the LeBron James dance.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? The silencer. The Rams all the way. That's my Super Bowl team. I got to ride with them. I got to ride with the squad.
I love it. All right. So how many games we get different there? So we both went Rams. We both
only
went
like
Chiefs.
3, I think.
We both went Niners. So the differences are you have Eagles and Raiders, and I have Bengals and Tampa.
No, it's only 2 different. Not too bad.
Only 2 different. All right. So we're gonna go bracket style with this for the rest of the playoffs. We're gonna see where we're gonna be at.
Let's go.
We can start with you.
Let's
pull your bracket up here. All right. So you had Raiders moving on. Can you see this?
I see
you had
all
Raiders moving on to face the Tennessee Titans, and you got Bills Chiefs matchup right there. And then you move to the other side. You got Philly beating Tampa. They got to go face Green Bay, the number 1 overall seed. And then you've got Niners beating Dallas, and the Rams dropping down to face the Niners in that little 6-4 matchup. A lot of interesting things here. Raiders against the Titans, Philly against Green Bay. Interesting. I love it. Let's start off with the Titans Raiders. So you got winning that matchup.
Derrick Henry returned. Derrick Henry. Sorry, Raiders.
So is he coming back for that first matchup?
You got to give him some run. You don't want to just hold him off until the end, So
you got Titans moving on there.
I guess you don't expect to be in a close game with the Raiders, but then the Raiders just pull off. They're the biggest question mark in the playoffs, I think.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get. That's why I have them beating Cincinnati, because Cincy doesn't know what they're going to get. But Tennessee's a better team, and Mike Vrabel's trying to prove a point.
Right.
He's building a culture in Tennessee, and I think with, it's the right stuff. Get Derrick Henry 10 touches, get his legs under him a little bit, get ready for that AFC championship, and go from there.
And AFC championship you speak against too. Bills and Chiefs, great matchup.
Great matchup. No matter who comes out of this game, AFC's a great matchup.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of the biggest games of the whole entire playoffs. So where you got your money, bro?
I'm going Chiefs. I think Bills not having a running game will stop them this time, because the one thing that can slow the Chiefs down is continuation of clock. And they've had a run game the last few weeks, but they also played the Jets. So it's not that big of a deal. And the Chiefs are hot. And if the Bills can't control time of possession and trying to score, you can dink and dunk, yes, but they're high octane octane, so they're not built for that.
Right.
So I gotta roll with the dynasty in the making.
We're gonna save your fiasco for last. Let's go 49ers Rams. Garoppolo versus Matthew Stafford. This is a good game too. This is kind of a little.
You gotta think the Rams are coming off one beating their division,
right, and then going
third
to
time, and then going back to
another
play
division.
another division.
That's
and
great.
They're playing the one that's been giving them the biggest problem. I know the Cardinals beat them, but I gotta ride with my Rams squad, dude. All I'm gonna say is whoever wins the next 4 from the NFC, like whatever one of these winners are gonna win the Super Bowl. That's how I feel. The Super Bowl is in the NFC this year.
Okay.
The 49ers, the Rams, Philly, and Green Bay could win the Super Bowl.
Let's keep it going. Green Bay at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is your game. This would be a great matchup.
Great matchup.
In Green Bay. It'd be interesting. But realistically, who's going to win this game?
I'm gonna put it in 2 situations. I'm gonna put you in 2 situations. Philly wins this game. This is Aaron Rodgers. Goodbye. This is his thank you for what you've done. It's time for me to move on. Green Bay wins this game. Then they got to get ready for next week, which earlier in the year they did have the Rams come to them. So I don't want my Super Bowl team to play against my actual team because I'll be torn. So I'm going to go Green Bay.
All right.
That is my verdict.
All right. Let's say here in the NFC, you said this could be the Super Bowl winner. Are we like getting a little foreshadowing here? Packers, Rams. Who is your NFC champion?
I think I foreshadowed enough. I'm riding with the Rams. I'm riding with my guy Odell Beckham. I don't think we understand the importance of the Rams going back to Green Bay for a second time. We have the Rams and quarterback who's been playing in Detroit against Green Bay, knows the cold weather, didn't perform like last time, but they made it somewhat close to the end, but it just wasn't enough. And this is, people forget Odell Beckham, the Justin Bieber thing. This is how you right your wrong. This is how you fix things. The biggest game of the year at a place where your career started to go down. This is where you bring it up. 2 touchdowns anytime. Odell Beckham Jr. Rams win. Upset. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. We love you, but it's time for him to move on.
All right, we got Titans, Chiefs. Who will be facing the Rams in the Super Bowl this year?
Titans.
This honestly is going to be a good game. This Titans Chiefs game, if this happens.
So all year, my Super Bowl predictions was Rams versus Chiefs. Because I've been wanting that rematch of when the Rams and the Chiefs had like 55-51.
Yeah.
But lately, I've been feeling some type of way because there's one man that can give the Chiefs problem. That's Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And he's going to be healthy. One, he's going to be healthy because foot injury, he hasn't been doing nothing. He hasn't been taking contact. That's big for a running back. And he's the biggest running back. So he hasn't been getting hit for 10 weeks. And he's coming in fresh. And if he doesn't play against that Raiders game, he's even more fresh. So you're getting a fresh Derrick Henry.
But
no, but Titans. I'm changing my Super Bowl prediction. I'm changing my Super Bowl predictions. I'm going Titans versus Rams. Upset. Titans versus Rams. Yep.
Titans versus Rams in the Super Bowl. Wow.
Yes, sir.
And I think we all can sit here and play a guessing game on who your Super Bowl champion is. Is it Matthew Stafford in the Super Bowl to win? Or is it Titans?
I've been thinking about this. All week. And I knew I was going to change my Titans Chiefs. I knew I was going to change that up. And I may have to change up my championship because they have everything you ask for in an offense. Quarterback that can throw the ball. Quarterback that can run. They can Julio. Any kind. Gatorade.
Did they want that 2 on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can't do it. All right. We're going Rams.
That was probably the most dramatic Super Bowl pick I've ever seen.
Because I was trying to decide other things, and I'm like, So that was a sign. My grand walked in the room when I was about to make a dumb decision.
Right. Are we
And
gonna look back
that
on
put
this?
it back. That put it back to me. That put it
Are we
back to
gonna
me.
look back on this
100%.
and say that was the change? Rams win the Super Bowl, and you make that dramatic pick right there.
I mean, like, if she didn't walk in the room, I was going to take Titans.
Wow.
Not gonna lie, I was leaning Titans. I was going to like justify Julio and AJ Brown, Ryan Tannehill can do kind of dual threat, Derrick Henry healthy, and then she came in the room and it's like, wow, that was a sign from, and I had to stick with my gut.
Graham picks the Rams to win the Super Bowl. Is that what we're hearing?
Yeah, Graham picked the Rams. Thanks, Graham.
Wow. Right here on the Squeebs and Crew podcast, Graham picks the Rams win the Super Bowl.
That's crazy. I was really going to switch too. Thanks, Graham.
So Marcus and Graham take Rams Super Bowl over the Tennessee Titans. This is a pretty interesting bracket. I like it a little bit though.
It's a little messy, but not too messy.
It's a little messy, not too messy.
Not the matchup of Packers Chiefs, but let's get to yours.
We will be posting these on Twitter, Instagram, so you'll see those later. If you didn't get a glimpse of that, let's move on.
But if Philly makes it, y'all know who I'm going with.
Right.
That's all I gotta say.
We know Marcus wants the Eagles, but he's got the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
As long as we know.
Let's move on and see what I've got cooking up here. So I've got my first matchups already ready here. I had the Bengals over the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Bills over the Patriots, Chiefs over Pitt. 49ers, I had beating Dallas. So they get to go face Green Bay. That's my matchup. And I have Rams versus Tampa, the 4 and the 2 seed right there. Man, this hurts, dude, because I want us to be together. I want us to root to the end. But I'm knocking out your Super Bowl AFC title game right here, right now. I got the Bengals moving on, beating the Titans because I feel that they're too high-powered on offense. I don't know if Derrick Henry coming back, it's going to be a lot on him. Just throw him back in the mix that quick, that fast. I think they're going to struggle to get the chemistry back. I think coming back that first game, I know they get a bye, but I honestly feel that the bye kind of hurts them in a stance of like they're coming in number 1 overall seed. They don't play the first. Bengals get to beat the Raiders at home, go to Tennessee. They won a game at home in Cincinnati. They're traveling for the next matchup. They're all jammed up. They're all hyped, ready to go. They're going to come in there and take the Titans on and just come in there and beat them up. I think a very high-scoring game, Bengals take it. I got the Bengals beating Tennessee.
Not what I expected. But you know what? I thought I was going to get a little messy. You got a little messy.
I got the Bengals moving on, beating the number 1 overall seed.
You got the Bengals. Fix your Bengals.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey, man, so we're grammar appropriate here.
Yeah. So I got the Bengals moving on, beating the number 1 overall seed in the AFC. I like it. All right. Bills Chiefs. I've been thinking about this one for the last week because I knew this was going to be the matchup. I envisioned it. I saw everything laid out. I knew Bills Chiefs was going to be the matchup. I said about probably a month before the week 1 started that Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl. I even said it after the NBA championship. We did the NBA championship pod. I said Chiefs we're going to win the Super Bowl after getting beat by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do I take them out now for the team that I love and dear in the Bills? I think the Bills are a very good team in the AFC. I loved them ever since that Josh Allen, all that nonsense, Stephon Diggs. This is a tough game to pick. I love the Bills. I want them to win, but realistically, the Chiefs are the better team. It's in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs are moving on to face the Bengals. Once again, Chiefs and Bengals played last week. So it's going to be another matchup, Chiefs-Bengals.
Ooh.
And I'm actually going to go ahead and talk about this one now because I just brought it up. I just wrote Bengals again.
Because they're on your mind.
Because they're on my mind. The Bengals just beat the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs got to see them front row, firsthand,
Mm-hmm.
see what they're about. It was a very close game. But as I said last week, I said the Chiefs didn't lose this game. The Bengals won it.
Right.
And in that standpoint, I feel like the Chiefs not losing that
revenge game, 100%.
Revenge a game, and this time they're gonna win it. The Bengals aren't. I'm taking the Chiefs to the Super Bowl.
Hey, great
Right
season
here.
by the Bengals, though, if they get there.
Great
season. Great season.
By the Bengals, but it comes up short. The Chiefs, the best team in the AFC. They have been all year. I got the Chiefs moving on to the NFC now. Niners at Green Bay.
It's a tough game.
It's a very tough game. Packers are so good, man, but the Niners are really good too. I think this is a very interesting game, and I think it's going to
LaFleur versus
Shanahan. The
Shanahan?
two X. This game just I don't even know if I can watch it because I'm sitting here looking at two ex Washington not head coaches that could have been head coaches that are just going off in the league right now. Two young guys. This comes down to Jimmy Garoppolo, and can he beat Aaron Rodgers at his own game? And you know how I feel about Jimmy Garoppolo. He can't do it. I got Green Bay moving on.
Oh, Trey Lance next season, baby.
I got Green Bay moving on to the NFC title game against Rams Tampa. 4 versus 2 matchup. This is tough because Matthew Stafford, the way he turns the ball over really kills my vibe. And you got Tom Brady, the GOAT, greatest of all time, coming in here. They're going to be in Tampa for this game.
Tom doesn't lose title AFC matches, AFC NFC title like championship matches. He doesn't lose those.
He does,
but he loses the divisional, like the semifinals.
Right.
Semifinals, the what's it called before the divisionals. He's lost a few of those.
He has lost a few of those, and he's about to lose another one. I got the Rams taking over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Rams moving on to the matchup that we all want to see. Packers against the Rams. This is going to be offense. This is going to be a 50-50 game.
Offense and then Aaron Donald.
Yeah, Donald's going to have to get to Aaron Rodgers. If the defensive line of the Rams can get to Aaron Rodgers quick in the first quarter, establish what they're about, they can win this game.
But
and they're gonna win this game. Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, overpowering Aaron Rodgers and getting themselves to the Super Bowl.
Let's go!
To face the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs-Rams.
Are we going to have the same Super Bowl winner?
Chiefs-Rams. This is going to be electric.
That is not what I was expecting.
I originally said Chiefs-Packers back when I made my predictions for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I like the Rams this year. I think Odell bringing him in was huge. It really it helped them with the Robert Woods injury because I think when Robert Woods went down, it was all about Cooper Kupp. And it being all about Cooper Kupp, he was being double guarded a lot. He still is, but now you have Odell Beckham Jr. Now you have the confidence of Van Jefferson. They get Cam Akers back. I think this offense is really gonna. They're gonna have to win 2 road games against Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Green Bay Packers, and that's gonna be so electric if they do that. But in them doing that, that's going to just take a toll on them. I think they come into the Super Bowl slow. I think they come into the Super Bowl just defeated already, coming in against the former Super Bowl champions. Not last year, the year before. Chiefs going to win this again. Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP. I told you months and months and months and months ago that the Chiefs were not going to go out like that last year against Tampa. They're going to come back, face the Rams, who has a better offense than Tampa, and they're going to overpower them. They're going to win this game. Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdowns. Kelsey, a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 4 total touchdowns. Super Bowl MVP. Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl this season.
We were so close to having the same Super Bowl.
Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champions. Like I imagined, like I said, it's going to happen.
We were so close to having the same Super Bowl scenario.
So I got Bengals, Chiefs, Packers, Rams. Chiefs beating the Rams.
Well, at least one thing's consistent.
We're both the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Yep, that's it.
So your final four is Tennessee, Chiefs, Packers, Rams. Mine is Bengals, Chiefs, Packers, Rams. You have Titans, Rams. I have Chiefs, Rams. You have Rams. I have Chiefs.
If the Eagles get there, I'm talking so much shit.
You got the Eagles. We know.
I'm just making sure, like, if they get there, I am coming off the top rope. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be electric. They're gonna wear black unis. They're gonna come out the dreams and nightmare. Oh,
almost surprises there for both of us. I think we both have good brackets. I think they both make sense. We both
a little upsets, a little like, all right, this is true. This is gonna happen.
And the thing is, I think both of our upsets come into that one game. I think if the Bengals beat the Raiders, that's for me right there. And you got the Titans moving on to the Super Bowl. So it'll be interesting.
I mean, the Titans. It's all dependent on Derrick Henry.
I'll say this because I'm going to be going crazy on it because I know we like to battle each other. I'm going to say this now. If you're right in the first round and Raiders do beat the Bengals, I still think the Raiders beat the Titans. So I'm going to make that prediction right now. Whoever wins the Bengals-Raiders game
is beating the Titans.
Is beating the Tennessee Titans.
I mean, you have every right to say that. I'm not going to stop you. But it's just the fact of the matter that the Titans are a wagon. I mean, they had some bad losses. They've had some really bad losses. They lost to the Jets and they lost to the Texans. Yeah. But they had some really good wins because they beat the Chiefs. They beat the Bills.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that game where the Bills went for it on fourth down and the 1 yard line didn't get it?
Oh gosh, didn't they beat the Bengals?
I don't think so.
They had a year.
Yeah, they had a great season. I just think that chemistry wise, Derrick Henry coming back, I think their offense is going to struggle a little bit. And against two teams that score a lot of points, Raiders and Bengals.
I mean, beat the Rams, beat the Colts, beat the Chiefs, beat the Bills, beat the Colts again, beat the Seahawks when the Seahawks were healthy, lost to the Cardinals, also lost to the Steelers. Yikes. But they they got some good wins, good losses, you know. We all can't be good. We all can't be great every week. But it's just, it's how I feel. It's Derrick Henry.
I think it's going to be a good postseason. I think we're going to have a lot of good games.
Hey, I'm not going to diminish college football because what it gives us on Saturdays and sometimes throughout the week of
but
I can't wait for this. Last night was all right.
It was terrible, dude. It was a terrible football
game. No, it was all right.
No, it was a terrible football game because it was just so slow. There was no scoring. We watched it was 9-6.
Yes.
And you're telling me I'm not going to sit here, and I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it now.
Dude, we got to talk about it.
I wasn't going to sit here and talk down on the Heisman Trophy winner. And a lot of people are going to come in here in the comment and whatever and say, oh, Mechie wasn't there. Oh, Jameson Williams wasn't there.
His receivers could have caught those balls.
So what? If you're a Heisman Trophy winner, number one overall pick for not this year, but next year, you should be able to win that game against Stetson Bennett. And I'm not putting anything at Stetson Bennett. He played a great football game, but he made a lot of bad throws.
Oh, terrible.
And I think, the Georgia defense won that game, and Stetson Bennett made 2-3 good throws. That one touchdown throw for 60 yards was great. But if you're Bryce Young, a Heisman Trophy winner, you got to win that football game. Alabama, Nick Saban. Are you kidding me? Please. I knew that Georgia was going to win that game because I did not believe that Bryce Young is that. He's that guy, but he's not that guy, if that makes sense.
He missed. His receivers had some bad drops, but he missed the touchdown, though.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think we end this college football season questioning a lot of things. I think the College Football Playoff Committee has to figure this shit out because that was probably the worst college football playoff I've ever seen in my life. You look at Michigan, Georgia, terrible football game. Georgia just destroyed them. You look at Cincinnati. We thought Cincinnati they're not who we thought they were. They didn't even. I mean,
I was not gonna say that. I think
it was a close game, but it was a close game, but it wasn't exciting. It wasn't.
I think it's more of the Cincinnati game was opportunist. They knew they had the biggest uphill climb, it was literally like that, and the opportunities they had in that first quarter, they didn't get it, and it showed.
Here's the problem.
The talent, all the talent was in the last night game, and that's spread out throughout the.
Yeah, but I think you look at it, and I think, let me ask you a question: is college football, when there's college football playoff, college football championship, national championship, is that more exciting? I think it is to a broader group of people, not maybe to us, but just the whole world as a whole. Is that more important and more exciting than the March Madness tournament? Yes or no? Because I think it is. I think it is. I think more people get more hype over the national championship.
See?
Listen, and that's the problem. If you had an 8-team bracket-style college football playoff, I think that would be so electric.
It would be electric. But the moneymaker in college sports to this day, because I went through it.
I love the March Madness tournament. I think it's the greatest thing on earth.
My degree, we talked about it. The moneymaker in NCAA, no matter the cost. We know college football makes a ton of money under the table. Now it's on top of the table with the NIL. March Madness still makes 60%, maybe 70% of all NCAA profits just off the month of March. So the March Madness thing, yes, the college football playoff would be great, but we're not going to get it because they're stupid.
And I think the thing is they talked about it. I think when the college football standings came out, Nick Saban was like, well, why does it matter? We're going to get the same teams anyway in the championship. See, I don't believe that because anybody can win it any given day. And if you have an 8-team bracket-style playoff, bro, Nick Saban, shut the fuck up. You lost to Texas A&M. What are you talking about?
Also true.
Anybody can win. So him saying, oh, we get the same teams, that's not true. That's not true at all. Anybody can win any given day. Yeah, you might be the best team, but who gives a crap? The best team rarely ever wins the March Madness tournament.
That's also true.
So shut up, Nick Saban.
All I got to say is if there was an 8-team, if Oregon, Utah would be different from each other because, Utah has Oregon's number, but Oregon has Ohio State's number. So then we get those matchups. And then we get to Alabama, and it just takes the slightest thing because we know Ohio State has their number and Clemson has their number a little bit. They showed it a few times.
I would have loved to see Ohio State get in the playoff. I think they were one of the best teams this year. They lost that one game. Well.
I think if the college football expands the playoffs, then kids would be less likely to sit out.
I agree.
Because then they would have something to play for.
They
would have something to play for, and then they
maybe not 8 teams. But if Nick Saban and them want to come out and say, "Oh, the best teams," great. Let's do a 6-team playoff. You can have a fucking first round bye for all I give a fuck. Those 4 teams battled out, then you play a Final Four.
Nah, I would say 8 or 12.
Or do 8 teams. Or do 12.
I would do 12. I would do 12 myself. I would do 12.
It won't happen. I think the thing for me is this is the thing that annoys me the most is we can't do an 8-team playoff, but we can have 70 bowl games. I don't give a shit about these bowl games.
Dude,
make them mean something.
Mean something. I watched the first one. Skipped.
Right.
New Year's Day. All right. It's finally been waiting on this one.
Right. Make these 70 fucking bowl games mean something. Make 8 of them mean something.
Because colleges are also losing money through these bowl games. They got to buy tickets, and then the tickets don't get sold out, so they have to pay it back. It's a terrible. The bowl games mean a lot to the places that have bowl games, but to the teams and stuff that do it and don't get supported by it, it's just screwing everybody in the long run.
Yeah.
And then your best players are sitting out. We had Kenny Pickett didn't play, so we had to see the their third string play the whole game.
My favorite thing was I was watching the Pittsburgh game. Kenny Pickett's not playing, but he's up in the freaking booth.
Yeah,
people are so pissed about that.
I mean, what else? He is. I do understand. I understand what they're going for.
I would do the same
millions.
I would do the same thing. What am I going to play? 100%. A meaningless fucking bowl game?
This means nothing to me. I'm going to go sit my ass down,
right,
and I'm going to go get this NFL check. See y'all in March when I'm about to dive up at the.
I 100% back Kenny Pickett not playing in that game.
I 100% back.
He's a top 10 draft pick.
He is going to be want to sit out.
I am not going to let my future Washington, whatever team name quarterback, play in that Pittsburgh game because he's got a fight to catch.
We got whoa. Let's just talk about the players sitting out, not the whoa.
I would
We
love.
back
I would
we back
love.
all players
I
that want
would
to sit out.
love. I would love him to play for Washington.
What did I say last night? What did I say last night? Jameson Williams should have sat out,
Yes.
but it was a meaningful game,
Right.
so he played.
Right.
Hopefully
Hopefully he's okay.
he's okay, but that proves the point. That proves the point.
Yeah, I'm super excited to start talking about draft, NFL draft stuff.
Hey, we got 3 of them things coming. 3,
Yeah.
not 1, not 2, 3.
Do you have a top 10 pick? No. Right?
No, it's 15, 16, and then depending on where we go in playoffs. But they said it's projected like 15, 16, projected like 18.
I think we're 9 or 10. I want Kenny Pickett, dude.
I don't think quarterback's going to go 1st through 5, so you should get him.
No, they'll drop to. We'll have a chance. It's just gonna be. Does Ron Rivera want to go through that again? I don't know. It's gonna be a tough decision.
Can we talk about the firings of head coaches? Because how the hell is the Giants coach still there?
So I have we can talk about the Giants coach, but I have a theory with the Brian Flores situation. My theory is you don't fire a coach like that unless you have a coach that's already coming in.
Ooh, good call.
We've heard, and I was going to break this today, but I'll break it now. We've heard Michigan, Harbaugh, has wanted to leave and go back to the NFL. Have we not?
Yeah.
So do we think that he can go to Miami and they already locked that up and haven't broke it out yet? Because the only reason you fire a head coach like that in Brian Flores is you already have another coach coming in. That's the only reason. And if that's not the reason, then I don't know what the heck's going on in Miami.
I think I was going to go more about the QB.
That he chose him over Herbert?
No, I think it was Brian Flores is ready to ride with Tua, but the owner's like, hey, dude, Deshaun Watson's over there and he might be free.
That's another thing we got to talk about. What's the deal with the Watson crap? Because
I think he's winning. I think he's beating the cases like slowly under the table because
I saw something today like Washington's looking into getting Deshaun Watson, but
I think because he's fighting it, they instead of settling, I think since he's fighting it, it's taking longer. But I also want to say since he's fighting it, it's more and more of like he's actually winning.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be a big thing in the offseason heading into free agency and the draft.
I want to say I saw something. It's like February, March. We'll get like actual trial. Yeah. I think that's when it's scheduled.
That's going to be big because he'll be one of the big. If this works out and he didn't do what they're saying he did.
All right. It was 22 women. Now, 22 women don't lie.
Here's the thing, though. And this is what I was thinking about this morning when I saw the things about Washington. I don't really want him because of what they're saying he did. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know what's going on with that. But
it's not true.
Is there a plus at getting him now at a low cost than waiting and that stuff didn't happen? You see what I'm saying? So if you wanted Deshaun Watson, why not go get him now? Sit him down. If it didn't happen, great. If it did, you release him.
Hey. Sorry, we picked up your contract. We learned you did something bad. We traded you for a 6th-round draft pick.
You know what I mean?
I don't know why.
That's interesting.
I think I was honest when the earlier season. Like, if we got Deshaun Watson, cool. Trade a little Jalen Hurts swap, cool. Now it's just like, if I am a team that's questioning on my quarterback, why not get him? What do you have to lose? You're already in a terrible situation. I mean,
I think
honestly, Saints.
Yeah, the Saints. I think the thing with the Washington thing is we're going through a new era. We got a new name coming in.
You can't have no more controversy.
Yeah, I don't think they can deal with it.
You can't have no more. You're trying to expel all past
I don't know what Rivera's thinking. I mean, Heineke played a good season.
He had a good season. Solid,
he's got one more year left in that $10 million deal. My personal,
I think you draft.
I think what you do is you sit Heineke down. I think he already knows it because I saw him come out and say, I'm fine being second string, blah, blah, blah. You say, Heineke, you're the starter. what we're going to do is we're going to build around you, and we're going to draft a quarterback, and we're going to try and build talent in the free agency and the draft. We're going to have a quarterback behind you. You're going to come in as a starter, and we're going to draft a Matt Corral or Kenny Pickett and see what they can do in the offseason. If we like them, they're going to start over you. If we don't, you're going to start. We're not going to pick up a free agent. We're not going to fucking go sign some nobody on a second string roster like Tyrod Taylor or fucking Boyle or Tyler Huntley. We don't need that garbage. That's not going to help us win football games. What's going to help us win football games is build the talent that we don't have and find a quarterback in the future. Because we're not going to win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years. We're not.
Hey, you never know, dude.
So I'm just saying, like,
look at the Bengals.
I keep Heineke. I draft a Matt Corral or Kenny Pickett, and I build the talent around the team. That's what I would do if I was in the building with Washington. The Saints, I'd go get Watson right now. You don't have a reason not to.
Any team that has QB controversy should go get Watson right now.
And I think
perfect play.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to stay in Green Bay.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
Yeah,
it's looking like it.
No matter what happens,
I think he's depends on leaving. But wherever he goes, the team has to have enough cap to get him and Devontae Adams.
which Washington does have.
Hey,
I don't think that makes sense. I think a team that's going to get Aaron Rodgers is in a position to win now. And that's, dare I say, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, defense would probably get healthy, get right next year. Offense is just losing quarterback,
Deontay
solid
Johnson,
running back.
Claypool.
And then you're going to probably let go of
Juju's coming back. I would let Claypool go. I don't need him on the team.
No, I mean, if you're getting Adams, you need to let them both go. Deontay,
keep Juju.
Well, you keep Juju. No, dude, we're bringing the boys. Yeah, he's not leaving Green Bay. They're going to start paying people.
You know which I think they already came out. I think Russell Wilson said he was staying in Seattle, but Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh would be interesting.
Russell Wilson anywhere is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
because he's leaving. They're going to.
I don't think so. I think he wants to stay.
He wants to stay. I think owner-wise, think big picture. Russell Wilson's got another 5 years, 7 years.
Yeah, Seattle's not going to win now.
No.
They're not that good anymore.
No, they lost it. And then DK was what I said he was. He was what I said he was.
DK is great, Marcus. He doesn't like for you to. I knew you were going to bring this up at some point. DK is still a top 10, top 15 receiver in the league.
Top 15, yeah. Not top 10.
You said he wasn't top 15. I had the freaking clip. I'll pull it up right now.
I said he was like top 20.
You said not top 15, not top 20. He's up there.
Because there's still so many receivers I would take before him. There's so many. And there's more. Now there's more. A bunch of receivers had a great season, and DK was just mad he wasn't getting no targets. And then they tried to force him the ball, and Jalen Ramsey took that shit to the house. I remember it. Sorry. You got on my Seattle thing. And see, 49ers are better than Seattle. I was on that one all year too. Even though Seattle did beat them once. But end result. I don't know. This year had a bunch of ups and downs.
It did. It was a good season. I'm hoping for a good playoffs. I think the best teams are going to come out on top. Chiefs, Rams, Chiefs Super Bowl winner. You got the Rams winning the Super Bowl. We got a lot to talk about next week with these playoff games this weekend. Saturday, 2 games. Sunday, 3. Monday night, Cardinals, Rams. That's going to be a game we're going to both have our eyes on.
Probably Cardinals, Rams. Definitely going to be a go play basketball, come home, and then probably call you.
Seriously.
I'll probably be talking to you throughout that game because there's no way we can. That one. Probably, I don't know, dude. All of them, it seems like how we gonna make a Squeebs and Crew parlay? Because I think we can make a playoff hitter.
Dude, the Squeebs and Crew parlay this week, I can already tell you right now. And we're gonna we don't do this. We don't do this often, but I'm gonna put it on the show for you guys, and we'll build it right here, right now. I can tell you exactly what it's gonna be. This weekend. It's gonna be no Raiders Bengals is not going to be a part of it. We're just going to enjoy that game. But we're going to have Bills money line minus 196. We're going to have San Francisco at plus 140 money line. We're going to have Chiefs minus 700 and Rams minus 188.
So we're taking all money lines?
All money lines. Bills, Niners, Chiefs, Rams plus 534. 10 to 150. Got the Squeebs and Crew parlay.
Say simple. Simple. To the point.
Simple and to the point. 4 teams plus 534. That's squeezing parlay. And that's it for this week. We'll see you guys next week with the recap of the first wild card divisional round. And we're going to recap how our brackets are doing next week. Because I know one of us is going to lose a team or two for sure.
Oh, dude.
Anyone can win it any given day. It's going to happen. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, the Chiefs don't lose and the Rams don't lose.
And the Eagles don't lose.
And the Eagles. For your case, but not for mine. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.